Good morning. Welcome to 4 by 8 Paper Stuff. It is day 5? Yeah, 5. I'm a day behind. Yeah, 5 in our Christmas journal. Um, and I am doing 4 challenges, so here we go. You're going to get a little tour of lights off of our deck. That's way across the cove. They've got a ton of lights, but it really doesn't show up on my camera. And then if you circle around the big white house across from us, she always has tons of lights. That's hers. Those are our blue lights, and then 2 doors down, those lights going up the hill. And then there's our house from down below. You can sort of see the tree a little bit, but it's so pretty. Everybody's getting lights up this year for the first time. A lot of people are doing it. We've had a few. Pretty. Good morning. I'm going to talk for a second and then speed it up because I got lots of elements going on here, and I am trying to keep these a little shorter since we're all trying to watch tons of December Daily and still enjoy the season and all of that. Curti, was there really an earthquake in North Carolina? I did not hear that. She told me that's why my camera was so wobbly the other day, because I do these a day ahead of time. And there are fault lines around here. There's a big one in South Carolina. There was a big earthquake right after the Civil War, or right before the Civil War, or right during the Civil War. I don't know. In Charleston. That would be amazing. I didn't hear anything about it. Okay, so I have my little template that I'm using, and this is just so that I scramble the order of each different prompt from each different creator in a different order, just to add variety, so I don't show favoritism, so I can focus on one bigger everyday whatever. So December Dailies had something with hearts. I actually used a heart yesterday, but I have another idea to use a heart today. Artsy Advent is an owl, Cafe Analog is gifts, and Hobonichi is a snow globe. So I'm going to do all that. This is the layout I'm going to use it in, I think. But this is as far as I have planned. I like spontaneous. I like what happens here. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Most of the time I like intuitively what happens as you go along. And I like to capture that. So, I'm getting better with mine not looking so elegant like some of the other ones are looking, and mine is more cutesy. I'm getting better with that happening here as well as in my heart. I want mine to be elegant. I'm not elegant. I can't help it. I need to be satisfied. I have too many choices. That's the problem. I have too many things, too many choices. So, quit talking and let's get into it. And we're going to go fast forward here. I am enjoying this, and I might be a little overwhelmed with trying to do 4, but it's okay. Next year I might use one person's prompts and interpret them my own way. I don't know. You're not even started halfway through this year, so let's get going. I did want to say, I have tried to make a few things like My Life Mitts did with layers, and still incorporate a little Christmas. I went to my Hebrew newspaper and pulled out a little thing, since Jerusalem is where some of the reason for the season, right? And I just try to incorporate a little bit of Christmas paper scraps. Okay, this one, I think she called it a band, and I used one of the little cards that I already had. This is book text, and I put another little Christmas tree with paint swatch, and this is the little band is attached to a journal card that's scrapbook paper, and then I stamped on book text again. So I'm kind of liking that. This one is another one that I use partial snowflake and some Tim Holtz stuff.
Another little tiny bit of Hebrew to remember the reason for the season. I'm not going to use any of them today, I don't think, but they're here. So here we go. Fast forward.
So those are some fabric scraps that I'm going to use in today's spread because my granddaughter made a flag last Saturday with those fabrics. And that's going to be in today's spread. Artsy Advent had a cute little owl that she painted. Well, I happen to have a very similar looking stamp, and I, for some reason, thought he had to go on blue, so I'm improvising with a blue marker to make blue ink on blue background that I had already done. Um, um, Cafe Analog was gifts, so I had a gift journal card, and I put a gift sticker and a gift little circle emblem on top of that. And today is a lot of simple stuff, but I like the background of the reindeer paper from Pear Tea Stickers, not Curti, Pear Tea Stickers. That's a joke between me and Curti. She'll understand. Um, and I like those reindeers peeking through every once in a while, and so far I don't think they have peeked through. So today they're going to peek through. And I have that tiny little blue piece of paper, and I am cutting out the little owl that I stamped and giving him a blue border, and then I'm going to put him on top of the blue paper just for some dimension and some layer, and call that done. And leave that red showing through of the reindeers so that that adds kind of to it. Now my snow globe from Cafe Analog is from that same little children's book of Bella's. I shrunk the copy to 50% so that it would fit in here. It was a full page coloring book page. And I'm going to washi tape it so I can use it as a tip in and put that little sticker in on the right, on the left, of the trees with blue in the background because it kind of brings out the blue in the washi and the blue in the background. And put that underneath. And call that one done. Another simple one. And these numbers are numbers that I had painted ahead of time. And I'm going to add that on there. Now there's Bella's little quilt flag that she made. And I'll slow this down. So that little tiny flag is a 16 patch, which is made out of tiny little 16 squares sewn together, and it's made with red, black, and silver fabric that has a Christmas glitter pattern on it. And of course, 7-year-olds and glitter had to be done in her world. Um, and we attached it to some black that have tiny little black hearts on it, and made a sleeve and slipped that through the hanger on the flag. Now, this is where December Daily comes in because she had a whole sheet of opened hearts on her page this morning, and I like how that looks. That is paper that I made out of red and green dots from my waffle flower stamps that I love, and I just kind of made them in a quilt pattern, one square green, one red, one green, one red, and inked up that entire sheet of paper, folded it in half, cut out the heart, and now it's going to be kind of a journal card that opens up because I'm going to make it as a tip in, and underneath is the picture of Bella's quilt, but it also shows through on the red on the heart. And I do attach tiny little fabric scraps so that you can see what they were. And this was adorable. She was so proud of that sewing, and she did the layout. I gave her the idea of the 16 patches because that's kind of simple for her to handle. It's very effective. I love it in my own stuff. In fact, I'm doing one right now with bright colors of Christmas. But I'm doing mine by hand. We did hers on the sewing machine. Yes, I was controlling her. Yes, she sat in my lap. Yes, she pushed the stop and start button. And we explained the concept of feed dogs, where the machine will pull the fabric through. You don't have to push it on your own. And there's the scraps of fabric in my hand right there. And she was so proud of herself. She really actually did a very good job. Yes, I monitored it very closely, but she did a lot of it herself. I allowed her to make a mistake. Um, I would not have put two red squares together, but she wanted to, so I said, okay. And all in all, I love this. So that is my little December Daily love story today, Bella's quilting of her flag. And it's not really a quilt, it's just a fabric, what they call piecing. And we just made a little sleeve and turned it into a flag for the front yard. So rather than everything be so involved in so many layers, I did simple stuff today, let the reindeer show through from Pear Tea stickers, and still accomplished all the prompts. And I really, really like it. I'm actually adding a blue outline to that blue owl. I don't know why I felt like he had to be on blue. I think hers has a lot of blue in the background, so I chose blue also. And I just happen to have that Hobonichi-like paper that I love using out of a journal that I just keep ripping out of, dyed or painted blue with some of my uh, Stabilo woody crayons. I love those things. And they actually are a little bit thicker than the Neocolor 2s, but I love both of them and have enjoyed using them a lot. So I'm trying to show you close-ups. Oh, that little flag was so cute. And my little snow globe, which I love. And I really like the presents. It's simple. That was another piece of paper that I had already pre-prepped. The same Hobonichi-like paper. And I colored that with red. This is where I mess up my washi tape, but I was trying to stabilize it on the back and I did it wrong. And so my Hobonichi on the other side is Hobonichi-like paper, is colored red, and I stamped a random pattern of gifts and then used a sticker and another stamp on top of a brown circle of craft paper. So I really like how that turned out, and it's simple and pretty. And thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. These are the ones that I'm working on, and thanks again for watching.